Do you know the true cost of your success? For me, I do. And it all started when I was 9 years old, standing shivering in front of a wood burning fire stove of our trailer, attempting to get it lit. Matches scattered everywhere, newspapers crumpled up all over the floor. Kind of like a post chaotic Christmas morning, just not as fun. When my dad dragged himself through the front door, eyes hollowed, shoulders slumped, thermos in hand, and he takes one look at this mess I've made and gives me this all too familiar look of, I don't have time for whatever that is. Now, he didn't say a word. He just brewed his coffee, took a shower, filled the thermos, and headed right back out the door for job number 2. My dad was my hero. Night watchman by dark, school teacher by day. And it was moments like that growing up that I was able to realize, and something that we often learn early in life, and that is success equals suffering. If you're not exhausted, you're certainly not trying hard enough. And I bought into that completely. I became relentless. I said yes to everything. In fact, I didn't even realize that the word no existed. Crazy, right? I pounded square pegs into round holes until my hands bled and my body screamed. Wearing exhaustion like a badge of honor. Paying the toll for what I believed was the road to success. But it wasn't until much later in life that I actually realized that my dad, he wasn't chasing dreams. He was outrunning ruin. Here's the paradox. After nearly 4 decades of working with outliers, household names, truly incredible human beings, I've seen this idea that success means suffering wreck more lives than it's actually built. Broken relationships, beat up bodies, burnt out minds, not because they were weak, but because they were applying too much of the wrong kind of effort at the wrong time. And that was me. On the outside, I looked like I was crushing it. On the inside, I was a wreck, falling apart, exhausted. I was obsessed with being busy, with achieving, with doing. And I was terrified of what would my life look like if I actually stopped pushing. Things shifted when I met Dhani Jones, NFL linebacker, TV personality, entrepreneur, world traveler, all around amazing human being. It wasn't his achievements that struck me. It was the way he moved and navigated through life. I could tell that he wasn't bought into this grind mentality, that he had this way about him, this rhythm, this clarity, this playfulness and presence. While everybody else was overworking, he was outperforming. While they were grinding themselves to the bone, he executed with ease. You see, Dhani lived his life and lives his life with this effortlessness, this freedom. And he does that because he works smarter. You see, it was experiences like this that helped me realize that high performance It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters most, but with precision. You see, precision is what we do and how we do it. It is a commitment to doing the right thing in the right way at the right time. It must be intentionally and technically proficient, repeatable, and reproducible. The problem is we've normalized this collective suffering. It's not just personal, it's baked into our culture. And that's exactly why my dad did what he did and why I did the same. Because success has become our religion. And burnout, it's just the price of admission. And I'm telling you right now, that is not high performance. That's high cost. In my work over the last 39 years, I've identified 3 principles that help shift us out of the grind and into sustainable excellence. I call them the precision principles. And they can best be seen in this 4-time Super Bowl champion. He'd been in the league for 10 years, the NFL for 10 years at the time. And it's early on a Saturday morning at a track in the middle of summer when everybody else is on vacation. He's there refining his sprint mechanics, getting better, rep by rep. And in between one of those reps, he comes over to me and he says, "Tim, I love preparation as much as the game." And that's the secret. He understood that falling in love with the process transforms everything. So let's dive into these principles a little deeper, shall we? Principle number 1, every rep counts. Every action that we take matters. You see, when we align ourselves with our values, our discipline becomes devotion. And when we do that, everything that happens after that becomes generative. It gives us energy and feels effortless. When we take actions, we are actually building something. The question is, what are we building? So build with devotion by aligning with your values, because every rep counts. The second principle, 1 rep at a time. Be so present in this now moment that you only focus on one thing at a time. You see, I get asked all the time by industry leaders, "Tim, how can I get more done in less time?" And quite honestly, I think that's the wrong question to be asking, because it's not about doing more. It's about doing one task intentionally well. You see, when we give our intention our complete attention, we reclaim our power. And when we do that, we're able to accelerate our development, 1 rep at a time. The third principle is each rep compounds. Every action we take, even if it's small, must be taken with intention and repeated in devotion, and that's how we build momentum. That's what gives us a bigger engine, more capacity, more capabilities, and more margin. And that is what creates sustainable success, because each rep compounds. Now let's make this practical. If you've mastered the grind, but you realize now that it's come at a cost, It may have cost you your relationships, your connections. It may have cost you your physical health. It may have even cost you your peace of mind. And if that's the case, then we have to ask ourselves, is there a better way? Because we can keep chasing more, and it would cost. Or we could choose what matters most by aligning our actions with our values. By being so present, our effort becomes devotion. And by repeating our actions with intention so that we build capacity. Because the world doesn't need any more exhausted heroes. What we need is pioneers of performance who do less, but do it extraordinarily well. One devoted, intentional, compounding rep at a time. And it starts right here, right now, with you.